Have you noticed something about this time of year? As summer starts winding down, life begins to shift. I know it has for me. Families are getting ready for back to school. Moms and typing away looking for that school supply list. Vacations are coming to an end. Calendars start filling back up. Camp here, sport there, dance here. Even if you don't have children anymore, there's something about this season that makes many of us think about getting back into a routine, right? And I actually think this is one of the best times of the year to reset your health. Why, you ask? Well, the weather is starting to maybe, it might be getting a little bit hotter, but eventually the weather starts to relax. It starts to get cool, and some people think, shoot, this summer I just went way off track. Maybe you've eaten differently while traveling. Maybe your schedule has been all over the place. Maybe you skipped a few workouts. Or you tried your best. Or maybe this was the summer where you went and did all the walking, climbed all the towers, which is great. But here's what I want you to remember. You don't need to start over. You simply need to get back to the habits that were already working, right? Progress isn't about never getting off course. Like, you're not going to be perfect. We're human. It's about knowing how to find your way back. That's it, right? Just quick U-turn. One reason routines are so powerful is that they remove decision making. And when you've already established a routine, even if you fall off of it, you're going to go back to it. And that is true whether that is a positive routine or a negative routine. When you already know, for example, for food, what breakfast looks like, when you've planned your lunches, when dinner isn't a last minute decision, eating well becomes much easier. I talk about this with my patients all the time. And that's true whether you're taking a GLP, medication, or maintaining your weight after reaching your goal. A lot of the time people think that because the medication is helping them to reduce their eating and reduce the appetite, they think that the healthy habits, that they can work on that a little bit later, but the time to work on them is now without being too restrictive. And as you are getting back to school, you take that routine that you had with the medication and you build upon it. You adjust your schedule accordingly so that way, you have accounted for the earlier mornings, you've packed lunches, you've got the sports practice, the meetings, everything is accounted for. Busy evenings. And rather than seeing that as an obstacle, I encourage people to see it as an opportunity, taking that as an opportunity, that is the perfect time for you to ask yourself, what routines do I want to carry into the fall? What do I envision the holidays looking like? Maybe it's eating breakfast again. Maybe, it's preparing your lunches the night before. Maybe it's planning dinners. Maybe, it's going to look like you taking a little bit of time for yourself to de-stress, committing to that. Maybe it's scheduling your walks instead of hoping you'll have time for them. And that's because small habits, they provide you with big results over the long term. People often think that big changes create big results, but after working with patients for nearly a decade, for me, again, like I said, I've seen something different. And that is that people who are the most successful aren't usually doing extraordinary things. They're doing ordinary things consistently. So what are some examples of ordinary things that are extraordinary? Well, drinking enough water. If you are staying hydrated, that makes such a big difference. Learning to eat enough protein, sitting down and having a time to plan meals, walking, keeping appointments, returning to routines after vacations. Those habits may not seem exciting, but they're incredibly powerful. They are your foundation. That is where you're going to see the most results, the best results for yourself. If you wait until, say, September, to start thinking about your health, you're already reacting to a busy schedule. Here at Live Light, we're all about prevention. And so because of that, we want to go back to the routines. We want to, we want you to head into the fall feeling prepared instead of overwhelmed. Healthy living isn't about perfection. It's about creating routines that fit your life, even when life gets busy. If there's one message I hope you take away today, it's this: don't wait for January. Don't wait for Monday. Don't wait until summer is completely over. Take a couple of minutes, use this season to hit that reset button, make that U-turn, do what you got to do to set yourself up for success, because the routines that you build now, they can carry you through the rest of the year. And if it works, I encourage you to continue beyond that year. And remember, successful maintenance isn't about doing everything perfectly. It's about having a plan that you can return to whenever life changes. If you're taking a GLP medication, transitioning into maintenance, or simply looking for a plan that fits your real life, we'd love to help you. Schedule your free GLP success and maintenance evaluation today using the link below in the description. If you have questions, comment, or give us a call. There's never any charge to chat with us. We'll help you build a nutrition plan that's realistic, sustainable, and designed specifically for you to support your health for the long term.